Chapter 12.
As Rosie sat on the living room floor, Doll looked on. She was unusually moved, seeing Rosie slumped down in the corner with one plait unbraided and loose, and some strands missing. In her heart, she had feelings that were hidden from others, and this Christmas morning she felt an unusual emotion of concern well up inside her. She sat up and looked at Rosie, and said in a quiet and almost sympathetic tone,
"No tea parties for you today, then. Sorry about the hair, Rosie."
You were right. I do have woolen hair that nobody likes. It's not like yours or like Holly's. I'm a broken toy. I'm a broken toy.
Doll walked slowly to her fellow toy. She stretched out her hand and went to place it on Rosie's shoulder, but withdrew and placed it neatly back by her side.
"Look, Rosie, we have never been friends, that I know. But no one wants to see a toy hurting and broken. Maybe, if you like, I could try and help fix your hair. I have had hours of practice with my own fine hair, so, as you can tell, I am an expert."
Ballet doll, you would help me. But you hate me.
Well, Rosie, let's not look at it as a help, but rather like doing good for a fellow toy. No one wants toys to be looked down on, whatever we are. We are a proud race, and this does not bode well.
But didn't the mayor say you were to be hidden away until Ruby's birthday?
Oui, I am. However, who knows what thoughts and feelings he may have now?
Now that I'm broken?
Rosie said, through her tears.
Oui, Rosie. He may decide all of us from the toy store are defective. I will not get my dream either. Oh my goodness, I may be returned.
I just want to go home.
I do not understand. You want to come here, and now you want to leave?
Doll was confused. Here sat a toy that longed to be in a house with a little girl, and now having that dream she'd always longed for, she wanted to go back to the store. Rosie had been on the adventure of her life. She had been unwrapped and held by a little girl who loved and wanted her. She had laid under a Christmas tree and watched the lights and listened to the patter of feet on Christmas morning. She'd smelt the smells of the Christmas season. Yet, something wasn't right. In all the excitement and fulfillment of the hopes and desires she had in her mind, she had found that even in the most perfect of situations, or so she thought, she still had a hole right inside her. No amount of hours of play, of being owned by one girl, could ever change that hole. The love the shopkeeper had shown her was true love. Even with the words of others, the others that were, in her eyes, more perfect than her, better sewn, finer materials, she found she was loved just as she was, in the shopkeeper's heart.
I think I have seen something that I never saw until now.
That your hair comes out?
Not funny, Ballet doll. I mean, that his love is enough. It's...
As Rosie danced her way across the floor, Doll's arms were pulled strangely into Rosie's arms. As for once, the two once distant toys danced across the wooden floor, arm in the light of the Christmas tree. The tree was twinkling its glow in the floorboards, and they could hear the distant sound of the family eating and laughing in the grand breakfast hall. In that moment, the two, both on a journey of the heart, felt love. One from the shopkeeper, and one, for the first time, from a friend, because she had chosen to care. As the music ended, they both fell onto the floor laughing. Rosie's hair was all tangled as the wall was matted from all the twirling, and Doll, realising that she was actually laughing, withdrew herself. She straightened her tutu and held herself in a perfect first position, as she said with a sideways glance,
"You dance well for a..."
For a rag doll. It's okay, you can say it. I think I'm beginning to see. Help me, Ballet Doll.
Help you? Well, I do not know. Je ne sais pas. I have never really helped anyone. What do you need? Makeup, hair, clothing, ballet moves? I can make you look amazing.
She reassured, her eyes glistening with excitement of adjusting Rosie's hair or clothing.
No, thank you. I don't want to change. I want to go home. Can you rip my dress and undo my other plait?
Rosie said, staring out of the window.
I do not understand.
I want to go home. And the only way to leave is to be returned.
Ballet Doll thought about the things Rosie had said. Her mind raced as she struggled with her conscience. If she were to follow her heart, she would help her newly found friend by tearing her dress and making her look even more broken. Then Rosie would get her desire and be returned defective to the shopkeeper and home where she now knew she was really loved. But if the mayor saw Rosie as defective and flimsy, he may also see her as a second and not trust the shopkeeper's workmanship.
But, Rosie, if I do that, then I may be taken too.
Now it was Rosie's turn to struggle. Her heart was soft and giving. She knew how much Ballet Doll wanted to stay. She could see the fear on her face and the questions in her eyes as this once hardened doll wrestled with her softer side. Rosie looked out of the window in the distance. She could see the faint outline of the store's roof. She could hear his word of how loved and precious she was. She could see Ballet Doll's desire to stay and to be held by Ruby. Rosie had already taken Ballet Doll's place under the tree, and she was not about to create more pain and fear for her. She shrunk back and sat slowly in the place where she was put just a short while ago by Ruby.
Oh, yes, I see that now. It's okay, I understand. I'm sure the mayor will fix me sometime.
Thank you for listening to this audio theatre presentation. Did you know that audio theatre is a listener-supported platform? That's right, because of the kindness of other people, you were able to listen to this story today. Will you help someone else hear it too? By donating at our website at www.manortheatrecompany.uk/audio theatre. Thank you and see you next time.